Okay, so I'm just going to start like from the very beginning to show you guys what I do. So I just downloaded a few pictures from the Google Drive down there, and I dragged them into this folder I made, and I'm just going to do a few right now. So now I'm going to go into Lightroom and click Import on the bottom left. Okay, and then go into, okay, my computer is so hot, wow. Library, just kidding, users, like however you do to get the stuff, go there, and then unedited DR. I'm just going to import all of those photos. I'm going to try to make this a little bigger. Okay. And then you click develop over here in the right. Okay. And then select. I'm going to do a couple, so I'm going to do, wait, that's so weird. Okay. I'm going to do this one just because it's a little bit like tinted yellow. So first, just because sometimes I don't know, I'm going to cut that. I'm going to click auto and see what that looks like. And I say, oh, that looks good. Let me go back to SShot to compare. Okay, and I definitely liked auto better. And so you can slide. I think it looks a little bit too magenta, so I'm going to bring that down. And then on your keyboard, under the delete button, the backward slash, if you click that, it'll show you before and after. And so if you look at it, I think the before looks a little bit too yellowy and a little bit too green, just because like her polo and the surrounding areas probably just make it look that color. So with the white balance, I changed that. And I also think it looks a little dark, so I'm going to bump the exposure up until it looks good. And then I always just go back to the before and after to see what I've been doing. You don't want to go too high because that just looks stupid. So I'm going to put it at 60 before and after. I think that looks good. And I'm going to put the blacks down. I don't think it needs a whole lot. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, no. Let's see what -20 looks like. 3 to 0. Yeah, I'm gonna do -15 actually. Okay. And then some other things you can play with are highlights if it's like too bright, shadows, and then whites. I do white sometimes just to make it a little lighter and brighter and prettier. And then blacks. Never touch clarity. Please don't touch clarity. And then this will be your friend. So a cool trick, especially with editing all the different polo colors, you can click this, and it will tell you what color that like Lightroom picks. What am I saying? Okay. If you click this, it will tell you what color it is picking it up as. So this is more aqua. Yeah, and then it's picking up her skin as more red tones. So since there's no orange in the picture, I'm just going to make her skin a little bit more orange because it's just a little pink. Before and after. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to make the pillow color a little bit more green. So I'm going to drag this slider in the hue to the green side. So just so you can see, I can like adjust these colors. And you just want to make it accurate because if it doesn't look like the polo color, then they're not going to know what team they're on. Yeah. And you can do this with all colors. So just click this. Like with the pink polos, you can click it and it'll probably be like purple and magenta or red. Orange, it'll show up as orange. All the blues, and then if the blues, or like if any color is not coming out with a lot of, like it looks too white or like it's not colorful, you can bump the saturation up and see what that looks like. But just make everything subtle and natural looking. And for me, I think this is looking fine. I told you guys about the distortion. You don't have to mess with this a whole lot, but if you do just like +2, it'll help with the camera distortion that like 50mm lenses can create. And then make sure you click constrain crop. Then yeah, that looks good. I think, what else do I want to change about this? I might, I don't like the color of that swamp in the back, actually. Yeah, I'm going to turn the yellows down. And make sure when you adjust certain colors, it doesn't mess with their skin tone. So like as I'm doing this, I'm like, okay, it's not really messing with her skin tone, so I'm going to put it down. And I just think it looks a little less nasty water look. Okay, and now I'm going to crop. 1:1. It's just taken a little bit close, but I don't want, actually she's just a captain, so it's okay. But if this is an emerging leader, you would want there to be about that much space so that the graphic can go above her head and not hit her. So I'm gonna do like that. Okay. I just think the picture looks a lot more fresh and clean with those edits. And then edit in. So I just right clicked and then click edit in and then edit in Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so next we're gonna drag the graphic on. Wait, where did I put the graphic? Move to Marathon. It's this one. Just gonna drag and drop. Look at that, incredible. And make sure that if you downloaded the graphic that I showed you guys in at the meeting, make sure that you re-download it, like delete the old one and re-download the new one because it's been updated a little bit just to make it more clear. Okay, so now once you drag that all the way to the edges, click the check button. And yeah, see how close that is? If I wasn't doing this tutorial, I would probably go back into Lightroom and like crop it up a little bit so it's not hitting. Okay, so then go into background and see what we need to do. You can see Captain, fine, amazing, but not this 25. So I'm going to go into the clone stamp. Nope, that's not the clone stamp. This is. Make sure it's on clone stamp, not the other thing. And I'm just going to, I'm going to see what the burn thing looks like. And don't put the burn on 100% because then it just looks like you put a black marker to the photo. So put it at like 40, 50, see what that looks like. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, not dark enough. 70. Okay. And you can make it bigger and smaller with the brackets on the right side of your keyboard. Wow, this is like taking so long. I'm really sorry. Okay, I didn't like what I just did, so I'm clicking Command Z. Back. And I'm bumping the exposure down because I'm getting close to her shirt and I don't want it to look like a black marker went on her shirt. Okay, now I know that my burn tool is not working by this too, so I'm going to go to the clone stamp and I'm going to put the opacity to 75. 4, that's fine. I'm going to clone stamp some dark water. Why the white one? Okay, so you're going to do option, click, and then make sure it doesn't hit her shirt. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that. Option, click, and just like place it there, see what happens. If you don't like what happened, Command Z. Easy peasy. No, that looks bad. I'm not doing that. Opacity, 50-ish. What? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do one more. The top. I'm sorry, I haven't edited this picture, so like I didn't really know I would have to do all this. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go back to the burn and yeah, it's around 50, and then just go over it one more time. I went over it too much on her shirt. I'm just gonna go over the 5, and then go to 40, or I'm gonna do 35 just in case, around her shirts. If you're doing this sometimes, I don't know, like kind of just like do the entire area so it doesn't look like it's like one spot. Instead it's like, because like last year I saw, for example, no, not good. Okay, this is like, what did I just do? Okay, I saw like that, and it was like worse. It just looked like a gray cloud on the graphic and just like doesn't look good. So what you could do is make this bigger, and then it'll just look like the entire area is darker. And also don't ever put it on 100 exposure, so you could do like 70 and then make the entire area a little bit darker. So see, that's just still too much. 50. So it doesn't look like it's just on the graphic. You know, a little bit more natural. Okay. Okay. There we go. And that looks fine to me. How about, do you think? I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to go to layer, flatten image. So now those layers on the side are one. And I'm going to go to file, save. Then you can just minimize this and go back into Lightroom. If I did this right, oh, yep, it's right here. And so that's just one photo. What I would do is edit this, crop that, and make it smaller. Edit those, or that, edit this next one. I really hope I can double speed this because it's just taking so long. No. Crop that, and then just go on and do all of your photos so that they look even, like the colors look good and they look cohesive. And then after you look through all of the photos themselves and they look good, then go into Photoshop one by one. Then you can save them, and then they'll save like this. And then you can edit. You can export like a batch of them at a time. So you can do like shift, and then it'll like allow you to like export all of those. Or if like we only want to export the ones with the graphics, so you might have to like do command click, and you can just do like not all of them but some, and then export. I don't want to export those non-edited ones. Okay, export, specific folder, choose, and then try to make this organized just to save yourselves a headache. Dance marathon, and you can do edited headshot. Team name, DR. This is DR, right? Dancer, yes. Dancer relations. And then make your quality up high enough. And make sure this is not clicked, because you don't want to have two, what are they called? Two graphics. Click export, and it should be in that folder. Magic, wow. Okay. Where is it? Here. And here it is. And if you want to see the before, you can do that.